Hi, welcome to PT Unfiltered, the first episode with the fantastic Pete Roche. Okay, so the fitness industry has changed, not all for the better, so I thought we would invite the GOAT of all personal training onto the show. Professional bodybuilder in his own right. And Pete, tell us about yourself a bit, mate. Audience is all yours.
Yep, thanks for having me down. It started a long time ago. I always been interested in sports, played a lot of football. I was a 10-stone whippet, quick, but I didn't have much weight about me. My dad was always weight trained, and he did till he was in his 70s. So I started training with him to put a bit of weight on. There wasn't any gyms in Shrewsbury at all at that time.
Yeah, it wasn't big back then, was it?
No. There was a little shed that we used to go to, rusty, damp, cold. And then 1989, 1990, was the first proper bodybuilding gym, or proper gym, opened up in Shrewsbury.
So what made you think about just training? So for example, I train, and bodybuilding is obviously quite big now, but I don't think, I'll tell you what, I'll go on stage. What made you think, first of all, about going on stage, and then you transition to personal training? I mean, you've been personal training for how long?
Like 25 years.
About 25 years, you know. And how old are you again?
64.
64. So you're still a pup.
Relic.
Still a pup. This is it.
A dinosaur.
Yeah, so tell us about how you went into
progressed. I enjoyed it. I made some reasonable gains. I packed in football because I wanted to do something for myself rather than a team event. So I took up bodybuilding as such, or it took me weight training to the next level. I did a lot of research, supplements, training. Obviously, there was no internet or anything. No. So it was all magazines and that. So you needed to read. I learned a lot. The gym opened up in town, Future Physique. The co-owner of that gym, he'd done a couple of bodybuilding shows before that. And I think it was 1990 or 91. I think I'd been weight training properly for about 4 or 5 years. And there were 6 of us entered a competition down in Chepstow, all from the gym. I can remember back then, like, we had 2 coachloads of people from the gym to actually come down and watch us.
Oh, brilliant.
Which you wouldn't get that these days. Like, there was a really good atmosphere. It was pre-social media, internet and that. It was all word of mouth. So it was gym that got me.
And how did you go? Because you had these people come to watch you. Is that what made you think about personal training, or how did you go to
not
personal
at that
training?
Stage, no. I mean, obviously, my first show was it was a fine line between fright and excitement. But after the first show, I thought, I can do better than this. I can improve.
Oh, brilliant.
So I just got bitten by the bug, and that was it. I've always strived to better myself. In one way or the other.
And now, obviously, you PT bodybuilders now, don't you?
There's a few. There's not many. But I've always stipulated. I remember we were working at
Simply Gym,
a basic bodybuilding training plan can be adapted for a 60-year-old woman, a 20-year-old lad.
I would just like to say I have stolen a lot of this guy's little tricks. That's why I'm so fucking good. Sorry, carry on.
Where were we? I got myself better, did more shows. I just, and obviously the thing is, like, the more shows you do, the more you learn about yourself. What works, what doesn't work. Training wise, I found what works for me. Adjusted it over the years. Either a bit more intensity, a bit more volume. Tried it. Strength training now is, I'm not bothered.
No.
I'm not bothered about how strong I am. For me, but when getting on stage is how I look. So I mean, whether or not I can bench press 100 pound or 300 pound,
it's the aesthetics, isn't it?
That's what it is.
Because big muscles don't necessarily mean good looking muscles.
No. There are some big chunky guys out there but they look pretty ugly.
So personal training, first ever client, first gym. How did you get into that?
I was at Fitness First. Don't know if you remember that.
I do remember Fitness First. Yeah.
And the guy was a manager there, Kerry Hannon.
Okay.
He was a manager, and he just said to me, "We haven't got any personal trainers here, Pete. Do you want to give it a bash?" He said, "We'll give you 6 months free rent and that." So, which turned into about 2 years.
You wouldn't get that these days,
no,
would you?
You wouldn't. No, not at all.
Because it wasn't a massive thing then, was it?
No, it wasn't. No. I can't remember my first clients. I know one of my clients actually owns a gym now and has done for numerous years. And he learned a lot off me.
Yeah.
And he wasn't in the gym or fitness business at the time. But after quite a while with me, he thought, right, I'll go and buy a gym. So he went and bought a gym.
Nice.
So he learned quite a bit off me. But no, personal training then, it was all word of mouth. Yeah. There was a lot of members in the gym. There's over 3,000, I think. So, I mean, there was plenty to choose from. That's shut down.
Yeah, you don't get that much these days either.
No.
Okay, so what do you think has changed most in the fitness industry between then and now? What's the main difference?
Online. That's it. A lot of it's for the good. There's a lot of bad sides to it. Yeah. You know, there's some very, very good online coaches out there, especially these days with now you got, bodybuilding shows, they're rife. Yeah. You know, there's one, maybe two, maybe three every weekend. So there's a lot of competitors, and there's a lot of coaches.
Yeah.
So as I said, some are good, some are bad.
Now, regarding the coaches, this is something that is a pet hate of mine. So it took me a few years to pass, and that was, the standard back then. You had to go in and see the people. You had to, you'd have the coaches around you, watching you, judging you, doing, like your anatomy and physiology. Then you'd go, when you take people around the gym and fire exit to here, and doing all the things you're supposed to do. Now they don't have that, and working at Simply Gym with me, I had to do gym hours, I had to do PTing, you had to do the classes. What do you make of PTs just passing and then just go straight into online coaching without any, bear in mind, some people can train themselves. I can train myself very well, but that doesn't make me qualified to train other people. And, little injuries and tweaks. What would you say about people who are just going from passing straight to online coaching?
There's a lot of this goes on in the bodybuilding, bodybuild fitness. There's women's figure classes, stuff like that. You'll find a lot. They'll do one show, and then all of a sudden, oh, I'm an expert. I'm going online. Yeah. I'm doing this, which is a joke because. There's probably people out there with a lot more qualifications than me, but
that makes no difference.
I've got 30, 40 years in the gym, and that knowledge that I've learned over the years far outweighs somebody that's done it online for 6 months and then all of a sudden says they're a qualified online coach.
I mean, to be honest with you, I've been around a level 4 PT recently, and there's certain things that I look at and I think it almost just looks lazy. They've got the qualification, it's been ticked off, and someone's been like, stamp, it's all good. But some of the stuff I think, what the fuck?
I mean, my motto is keep things simple. Do they want to know all the workings of each muscle? They're not interested. No. And okay, even down to the point, okay, well, that's your tricep, that's your bicep. I don't care. Yeah. It's the back of my arm, front of my arm, or legs, or whatever. They don't need to know all the technical things. No. The more quality, the more you get like level 4, the more intricate it gets, the more detail.
But a client doesn't need to know that.
Client doesn't need to know that.
They don't give a fuck.
No.
They don't care.
I tell you, when So Shrewsbury Club, I think, or Welty, I can't remember what it's called. I've got numerous qualifications. They're very old, but they're worldwide qualifications. They asked me if I wanted to do some personal training there. I gave them the qualifications I had, but because there was kids there, swimming pool, and whatever, my qualifications didn't cover the health and safety. What else is it? We have working with kids. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, DBS sort of thing.
That's right. Yeah. So I had to do another level 2, which contained all that.
Yeah.
A young girl was overseeing it, or she a course tutor. She would come to see me. We'd do some practicals and that, like, and she learned more off me during the practicals.
Of course. Yeah.
So I mean, you know, she's a course tutor, and I was teaching her stuff.
Well, you're like at the level of Charles' class now. You're just like, right.
But in actual fact, I see him doing stuff that I've been doing for 10 or 15 years. Like,
this is it. And I look at some of his stuff and I think, oh, that's good. Even on a video when he's showing somebody, just that tiny little tweak. Do you remember like the chest flies and then twisting it out like that?
That's right, yeah.
Things like that.
It's all things like this, your little tweaks, little twists I put on exercises that I think are invaluable.
Yeah.
To getting somebody into the gym rather than there's your exercises, you get on with them. Yeah. They'll go away, they'll get good at doing them wrong. But if they come and see me first, I'll show them, and then they can go away.
The issue I have is when people can train themselves very well, they know how their body works, and they think they can just pass that same thing on, you know, because some people can't. I mean, I train 6 days a week, probably a bit too much, but I know how my body reacts and how it works. How many days a week do you train?
5. Maybe 6 if there's anything left over.
Now, a lot of people can only train 3 days a week, and you can still get a good amount done in the gym by hitting your steps, training 3 days a week, as long as you're following the right plan.
The less days you train, the more you have to do on those days, more body parts.
Yeah. So if I've got a client who comes in with me, let's say twice a week, and they can only hit their sessions and they can't do any more sessions, just have to do 2 full body sessions. So it's the only way they're going to hit. Yeah. But at least they're hitting everything twice.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, it is all a progression. I mean, this is something I will do. As I say, full body workouts to begin with. Then you'll go to push and a pull. Yeah. And then you'll go to push pull legs. Yeah. And I mean, push pull legs is ideal. I mean, you can train 5 days in a row with that if you want. You do the push Monday, pull Tuesday, legs. Yeah. Back to a push. That's 4, isn't it? And then a pull, then 2 days off at the weekend if you want, then rotate it again. So you're getting plenty of rest between
days off.
Yeah.
Okay, so how has your own training evolved over 20, 30 odd years you've been training?
I don't use many free weights at all.
No?
No. It's a lot of cables, machines.
I do like cables.
Yeah, cables are very versatile. Cables are great. Once you go a few years under your belt, I mean, a lot of the time I see these little skinny lads coming in, no basic training, no chest press, no back, straight over to the cables, you know, doing the arm. I'm thinking, well, build some bloody muscle first with some proper heavy.
You go straight into isolation stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just...
And I'm thinking, well, you know, okay, watching Instagram, seeing, okay, some of the big, once you've built the muscle, you can target certain parts of that muscle with certain exercises. If you haven't got the basics and you haven't got the size in your back, then you ain't going to build any with, you know, 20 kilos on the cable, pull it down. It's just not going to happen. It's another big one with, I say, girls doing them because it's fancy, trendy. So-and-so does it on Instagram. They probably didn't build themselves up like that using them. The thing is, like, I've pretty much done every exercise out there. I wouldn't give a client of mine an exercise I hadn't used.
Tried out yourself?
Yeah. But unfortunately, they do. I know there's a certain person around here. I think I will refer them as a they, not that you know, as opposed to a male or female.
Yeah.
I think they injured somebody. I've seen the way they PT'd, and I knew it was coming.
Do I know this person?
I don't know. Off camera, I'll tell you.
Okay, so how do you feel about the pressure to market yourself from how you used to do it word of mouth versus today? I mean, I'm at social media. What about yourself?
Awful.
Nice.
My PR work is crap. I'm not much one for, put myself out there, pulling myself up, saying how great I am at this and great I am.
Will you be able to big yourself up after this? I'm Pete, personal trainer.
I see a lot of people, stuff they put, and it makes me cringe, and I don't want to be one of those people. The problem is, it gets very repetitive.
Yeah.
Same people putting stuff up, and then in the end, I just scroll past. Yeah. I'm not interested.
And this whole thing with the algorithm, it used to be the case that everybody who followed you, everyone who followed you saw everything. Whereas now, unless you keep it regular.
I mean, my page has got about 1,000 followers, something like that. And if I go down to look at, see,
50 odd people have seen it.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, and it says, it gives a little thing, reached. Well, it reached 70 people. How come it's only reached 70 people?
Yeah.
So somewhere on the line, obviously they're wanting you to pay for it.
Yeah.
But that's my circle of followers. Now, they've seen all my posts, or most of them see all my posts I've been putting out. So all I'm targeting is the same people all the time.
Yeah.
I need to, or it needs to allow you, and this is where I suppose paying comes into it, go out of that circle to get new clients.
Yeah. So with regards to not being able to promote as well, and the audience getting smaller, income. I mean, all of it comes down to income. It's a lovely job to have. I love my job. You love your job. It's a great industry because you are helping people. Income's always fluctuated, especially when you're self-employed. After COVID, with COVID, and even just before, how are you with income now compared to back in the day?
No, it's not as good as it used to be. No. That's for sure. Obviously, during COVID, it was all shut down. So obviously, universal credit and that lived off that for a few months, and then it was building it back up after. There are some very wealthy online coaches. Pictures of their houses, pictures of their cars, plural. Some of them are making big bucks. I'm not overly technical.
No.
And the thing with, I've had numerous people come to me, they've got online coaches, and what's this exercise? Oh, they've got me eating this, I don't like it.
Yeah.
My questions to anybody, if I was doing online coaching, what food do you like, or what food don't you like?
Yeah.
How many times a day can you eat? It's no good giving a builder, 4 meals during the day when he can't. No. He can't.
He's not going to nip to the thing.
Just go to the microwave. Yeah. It's just not practical. No. Now these are the questions that I think they should need asking, and also what equipment's in your gym.
Yeah.
Before giving a program out, I've had it for years. When my lads asked me a couple of times, "What's this? Is that what?" And I said, "Who gave you that plan?" And they told me. I said, "Well, go and ask them." I said, if you don't know something, ask them. That's what you're paying them for.
I've had that here, actually.
Yeah.
Had that here.
Yeah.
There's actually a client of mine now, lovely girl, who she had done an induction with somebody, and they showed her a back squat and things like that. Terribly, but they showed her a back squat. Now, her coach was actually an online coach, and she didn't understand the stuff. And when I looked at it, it was just an Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah.
And it had been Googled and put on there. You could see the codes on there. I was thinking, he's literally just done a spreadsheet. And the whole diet down there, this was a single mum who wants to eat with her kid, and she's got there chicken, broccoli, rice. Well, you want to eat the same as your kid,
I don't often give out diet plans.
No.
Because my diet plan is it's a flexible eating.
Yeah.
You know how I do it. I make them choose what they're going to eat.
Yeah.
So as you know, they say they're going home and oh God, he's got salmon down for tea. I don't feel like salmon tonight. Like,
yeah.
You know. So what I will do, I'll list a load of proteins, list a load of carbohydrates, list a load of fats. Yeah. So all they have to do for their meals, one from there, one from there, and one from there.
Yeah.
So it gives them the flexibility to eat what they want, rather than me
to
tell them. So it's they are using their brain to work out what they're going to be eating,
yeah.
and then in time to come, they will just do it. So they're learning rather than there's your plan.
Yeah.
Just follow that, but not learn anything.
I actually got some clients and some clients still do. They just really didn't understand food, and they didn't want to weigh food, and they don't want to track calories. But you understand, you know, eating disorders and things, people sometimes don't want. They get obsessive about it. So I just got the people who did this just to send me pictures of their food before they ate it.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, right,
no,
drop a bit off that. Just take a little bit, drop the portion size a little bit. Then send another picture of it. That's good. And then I could pretty much work out the amount of meat they've got on there. And you know it's going to be under the calories, but you know they're getting the right amount. So the food's good, but quite often it's all about the portion size, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, that's what you often find with clients.
Yeah.
So when it comes to things like keto diet, because people give so much praise to the keto diet, and really, if you take out a third of your macros, you're going to be in a calorie deficit anyway. So people say, oh, I cut out all carbs, it's all down to the keto diet, when really it's just creating a calorie deficit.
Yeah, whichever one you choose, they've all got one thing in common.
Yeah.
It's a calorie deficit.
Yeah, exactly. So, if you take out all the protein, you'll be in a calorie deficit. Take out all your fats, you'll be in a calorie deficit, because it's a third of, you know,
it's getting the balance. I mean, so let's just say you're at 2,000 calories in the way of protein, or 2,000 calories in the way of carbohydrates. Your body composition is going to be totally different.
Yeah.
You could get away with eating all protein because a lot of protein will be used for energy, whereas carbohydrates can't be used for building muscle.
No, exactly. This is it.
So, I mean, so where the balance lies is getting enough protein so your body utilizes that and not have to pull on that because your carbohydrates are too low, because where your energy comes from. So if you've got enough carbs for your energy and leave your protein, you know, your calories are used a lot more efficiently.
Yeah. What do you feel is missing about modern day personal trainers? Okay, because I am very, very passionate about it. I love it. To me, it's not all about setting up a tripod. I actually cringe about setting up a tripod and trying to do an exercise. I'll put a phone down there and I'll do an exercise, make sure the biceps are all right lighting and doing the exercise properly, and then hide it. I hate it. Whereas some people just
is this you actually doing a video for training for your personal training?
Yeah,
I never do them.
Yeah, I really struggle.
There's two ways of looking at it. I don't put enough content out. If I show too much content, there won't be any point coming to me.
Yeah, that's another way of looking at it. Yeah.
Oh, look, Pete's done that. Like, I'll copy that. Right.
Yeah.
I notice that quite a bit in the gym. That I see machines or somebody using a machine how I did, and they've obviously seen me doing it, and you know. So, but on the other hand, another way of looking at it, from a client's point of view, do they want to look like me? Probably say 80% of the people don't, or they don't want that look and don't expect to put the work in to get like that.
It's really interesting that how many times have you heard? Okay, because I have this a lot because the women that come to me aren't into bodybuilding, right? How many times have you heard, oh, if I train twice a week, I mean, I don't want to get big and bulky.
That's it, yeah.
And I say to them, I'd like you to try and get big and bulky because you just won't. Training twice a week.
I don't want to get too big.
Yeah.
All right, mate, you're not going to get too big.
And there's me training 6 days a week and still not big.
Yeah. And obviously the women as well, I don't want to get too muscly. You're not going to get muscly. All those lads down there busting their balls, trying to get muscly.
Yeah.
they've got far more testosterone than you.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna get bulky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the gym I go to, they don't allow tripods. I mean, people still put their phones down and, you know, video. But my personal training, from my point of view, is not about me. It's about, all right, they've seen pictures, okay, but it's about my clients.
Yeah, but your pictures of you and doing your bodybuilding isn't about your clients. That's about you being proud of yourself.
That's right.
That's nothing to do with your clients. That's not saying I'm here, come and look like this. That's like, this is something I've earned.
That might, well, the way I look, you know, I just got, say, a woman scrolling through, you know, late 40s, early 50s. I don't want to look, you know, I don't like that, you know, and just scroll past it. It might not be appealing to them.
Yeah.
What they might find appealing is a female PT, you know, 25, 30 years old, you know, far more comfortable. And I think a lot of women are probably more comfortable with female PTs, with female coaches online. The word coach seems to have lost its meaning.
Yeah.
A coach is a coach, but when you see a coach that probably hasn't done a great deal themselves, I don't class myself as a coach, and I've been doing it 30, 40 years. What I do, I'm still basically a personal trainer.
Yeah.
But if somebody wanted me to coach them face to face, which I've got 2 or 3 people, you know, I will, but not online. I've got a guy at the moment I've got 4 people at the moment asking me to sort them out, and will I, you know, do monthly plans for them and oversee them, whatever. 1, 2, 3 of them live locally, so that's not going to be too bad. But there's a guy I saw yesterday for the first time. He travelled from a fair way away. He wants me to help him, and obviously that will be online as such, like. But it'll be more of a
I think that works if I don't mind putting somebody online if I've PT'd them. Yeah. Because I know the form's there, I can trust them. I wouldn't want to coach somebody online if I haven't trained them for at least a couple of months. Because I don't know, you know, I don't want to hurt anyone. No. You know, whereas some people will just be like, oh, do a deadlift. Yeah. And then somebody's going in. Yeah. You know.
This is why I said I prefer. I mean, he came to see me the first time, and we had a chat. We had a chat for quite a while. Took him around the gym, showed him how to do things. He was quite good anyway. Like people training on their own for a while, you get into bad habits, and they get good at them. Yeah. And then the exercise they're actually doing becomes
shit.
Yeah. And then they get no progress. They don't change. You know, maybe 6 months, 12 months down the line, they'll either pack in. I think little refresher courses from PTs every now and then.
I think that would be good.
You know.
Right. So, have you ever played bowls?
No.
No.
Never even picked one.
Right. So, we're in the bowls. What's it called? The bowl centre, I guess. We're in the bowl centre. So what we're going to do, right, is we are going to carry on with the questions, but we're going to have a little game of bowls.
Okay.
And I've never played before. You've never played before, so this could be quite comical.
I know the thing's called a jack, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
This is where the blokes go along and.
Nice. Let's have a crack with Jack. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, Pete. Off you go. So, meanwhile, Pete, you're obviously in great shape.
Thank you.
Always have been in great shape. I'm just going to tense my triceps now. What's kept you motivated all these years?
To strive to keep myself in good condition. Yeah. If not improve. I think I'm still slightly improving.
Still to this day?
To this day, yeah. Not always. I think my condition's all right now. My shape's okay. The only thing that's the problem is from there.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Right. So, I'm not sure which one is. I think this is the weighted side.
Okay.
Right. Now, because you did that little juicy one down there, I'm going to go first. I'm going to tense my triceps in the cameras and doing it. And I think this goes out. So you take it out, and as more it slows down, it comes in. I think. So, right, so if I do that, yeah, I don't think that's making anything, is it? I'll tell you what, if that goes anywhere near,
That's not bad.
That's not bad. Oh, still going there.
Mine's going over there, actually. Hasn't got enough legs.
Hasn't got enough legs on it. I think it's still closer than mine, though, Pete. It's still closer than mine.
It's still going.
So, yeah, so you're saying about like shows, for example. You're still doing shows and you're still pushing hard.
Yeah, I think carrying on doing my shows is still giving me that drive and enthusiasm to, you know, try and make myself improve, and stay in shape. I don't know what would happen if I didn't have my shows. I might just enjoy myself.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about stepping back from personal training, stepping back from bodybuilding, or is that the thing that just keeps you going and keeps you getting up for it?
At the moment, not stepping back from bodybuilding, and certainly not training, because I think that'll always be.
I don't think I could imagine you not training. To be honest with you.
I haven't really cut back training at all, even though I got older. I mean, my style of training's altered.
Pete, look at that.
That's going well, that is. I adjust things. As I said, I use a lot of machines, a lot of cables now to preserve my joints. There's certainly no heavy squatting anymore. I will squat. Yeah, I'll do a V squat, pendulum squat.
It hurts me here no matter what. Always gets me there.
But the way I think now, do you have to squat? Depends what you're after. I mean, I think if you're after strength, you know, size and that, like, then squat. But it's not a necessity.
No.
You know,
it was the be all and end all, wasn't it? Everyone was squatting, deadlifting, bench pressing, and I believe these all have their place.
Yeah.
But I mean, you've got so many variations that cause less injuries. You know, I really do not like deadlifts, especially with the conventional, you know, the bar. I prefer them with dumbbells. You know, if you feel something good, you can just drop them down the side. It's more neutral. The weight's, you know, more level. You know, you're not holding this thing because it's so easy when you get weighted, isn't it, to put here.
Yeah, well, once again, you squat, you deadlift.
After you, mate.
Squat and deadlift are very technical exercises.
Yeah. What's happened there?
Got a wobble on that one, has. You know, unless you're sort of, I mean, say a 45-year-old woman come to me, she doesn't have to squat. She doesn't have to deadlift. There's other exercises that she can do. There's so many machines. There's, you know, leg press, there's a V squat, pendulum squat, hack squat. For somebody, I mean, if you got her, say, right, okay, let's get you under that bar for some squatting. The technique,
she's going to be scared of it first of all.
Yeah. She's not going to be able to do the exercise properly, and the whole thing will be just.
Can I just say, I'm going to take this up professionally?
I was certainly not. I'll stick in my daytime job. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, if your goal is, you know, powerlifting, then squat, deadlift, bench press is key. Whereas the majority of people think these days they just want to improve their looks. So, you know, although squats are excellent all over, if you just want to improve your quads, personally, I think hack squats, V squats, press.
I like a good leg extension, you know.
Yeah. All of them, mate. They're all, you know,
you're shit.
I know I'm shit, mate. I've never picked one up in my life.
I think. Did you used to watch it on TV?
No.
I think my granddad always made us watch this. At least we haven't got. Oh, we've got one at the back. Ha! Brilliant. Right.
The closest I've come is when I lived, obviously the Monkmoor pub. They used to play bowls there, and I'd see them all.
Shit.
That's. But no, I mean, you know, just. You know, if there's certain exercises that people can't do, then they don't necessarily have to do them. There's so many bits of kit around now, like you know, do something else.
Oh,
That's going to turn in, that is.
that's going to turn in where?
At the end.
Okay, we're back here. Back on the couch.
Thank
Pete,
God.
I won. Your shit. Stick to bodybuilding. One highlight in your bodybuilding or personal career that you are particularly proud of? Name it.
Okay. Few years back, obviously, you know, there are obviously different federations in bodybuilding. These days, I think there's 20 plus different federations. And you will have now maybe 10 British Championship shows.
Yeah.
Which is the most prestigious, probably the biggest federation. Years back, you would have the EFBB, which is now the UK BFF, if it's still going. That was the only way you could get your pro card. And you'd have NABA, that's another big one. They're all very, very political, and there's always seemed to be a pecking order for the EFBB title, which was held at Wembley.
Okay.
And it was 1995, that was. I did my first EFBB show. That was down in Gloucester. I won that. I qualified for the British finals.
Nice.
And I won the British finals first attempt, which is not really heard of.
No.
So that's that at that time.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So the EFBB finals, and then went into the overall as well. 3 other guys. Obviously, there was a heavyweight, light heavyweight, middleweight, and lightweight. I knew the 3 guys as well, so it was a very good fun. Great big massive trophy.
Bigger than you?
Not far off.
No.
Yeah, not far off. Yeah. So that's probably the best one I've won.
Because you've done it abroad as well, haven't you? You've been all over.
I've done probably 150 shows altogether. There was a time I think I did 7 in 9 weeks a few years back, right, which I don't think I could do now. In the early days, I've been Spain, Italy, numerous times, Germany, numerous times. They were all right. They were a laugh. They were all paid for.
So, steroids.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your take? Obviously, steroids are rife in bodybuilding. Okay. What is your take on just the average gym goer? Because the average gym goer takes steroids, and a lot of women take steroids these days as well. But what would your advice to be, and what's your view on like the average gym goer taking steroids?
Unfortunately, they come part and parcel together. Lads will join the gym and they'll be searching for
the quick fix,
steroids straight away.
Yeah.
There's no foundation to building any muscle at all.
You have to still put in the work. People think, oh, I'll take steroids, so I'm going to put muscle on. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that
at all. It just helps. It helps recover. It helps build the muscle. But the thing is, like, the whole process is taking steroids out. The whole process of building muscle is fairly simple.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Calorie surplus, lift some weights, high protein, rest.
Rest and recuperate.
Yeah.
And work hard in the gym.
Yeah.
Now, the problem is, I'll say lads are too lazy to work hard in the gym. Like I said to you before, they will come in the gym rather than, compound lifts, which are going to build more muscle than, you get your cable flies. They've certainly got a point. I use them, but you're not going to build as much muscle with those as you are with a heavy weight and thing. But
do you know, one of my pet hates is when they come in and they're swinging around on a lat pull down, and they're doing this, which are great exercises in their own right. But these people, they can't do a pull up. Right? And I know a lot of people don't do pull ups and they don't do push ups and stuff. But if you can do a proper push up, then you can do a really good bench press. Yeah. If you can hit a good pull up, then you've got the lat pull down You know, you're not swinging around. If you can do a pull up, then a pull up and push up and then like a body weight squat, you've got, or pick something up on the floor safely, you've got your main compound lifts. You know, and people, they forget that. They won't do push ups. You see them coming straight in, going straight on the kettlebell fly, and then wobbling around with the bar. And
the other thing as well, I mean, which is why I always say about, you know, get yourself a PT. If you want to learn to drive, would you just get in the car on your own? And sort of like, but if you had a driving instructor, you get to where you want to, you know, passing your test a lot quicker because he'll show you the correct way. There's so many people in the gym. I mean, I'm well aware of what going on in the gym all the time, whereas people these days have no clue what's going on. They're blinkered. They're only thinking about themselves. I mean, I'm loading the machine up to go and use it, and somebody will be taking the weights off, and I'm just, what are you doing?
I often say to people in inductions, and they'll ask me, I hear it quite a lot, what's the difference about me coming to the gym and lifting weights and then paying you £40 an hour and lifting weights? Well, the same difference as it is getting a plasterer in, or you trying to do it yourself.
The structure and direction with getting a personal trainer in, you don't have to have them forever, but once you got that, you know, direction. I mean, people come in the gym, I think they did that last night. And later in the week, they're doing that again. You know, or no, won't be training their legs. No,
there's, I'll be honest with you, there's a girl that has trained really well. She's lost a huge amount of weight, and she's been over my Instagram, and it's the best thing for a PT to see. You know, you pass somebody the tools, they hit it hard, they finish PTing with you, and it goes to the next level, because then you're not talking in the sessions. And now she's training something like 1.5 to 2 hours a day when she comes in. She's hitting it hard, and her results have just sped up. And there's nothing nicer for a PT to see than your...
What's her name? Oh, no, we can't say that. No, I have seen one of your clients that has made exceptional weight loss. And fair play to the pair of you.
No, it's Ebony.
Is that her name?
Yeah. She's you know, she's done really well, and she's like gone a bit viral at the moment and things, which is great. Honestly, she was with me for 8 or 9 months, and she did really well. But since she's finished PTing, she's taken those tools and gone
carried on with them.
And that's, as a PT, that's what you want.
What you want.
It's there's nothing nicer. Like, obviously, I'll give out T-shirts and stuff. There's nothing nicer than coming into a busy gym, and you seeing 4 or 5 people in your tops, or somebody you've trained, and them doing really well. You think that's why we do it.
The good thing is seeing him in another gym that's yours.
I know. When they wear my tops in the sessions, I'm thinking, don't wear it in the sessions. Wear it when you're fucking out in the sessions. If you could go back and give your younger self some advice, whether it's to fast track where you've got to or not, what would it be? Would you say, don't go into personal training, or would you say, do this?
I don't know. I think the path I've had has been quite good. I mean, very fortunate, whether it's genetics, or obviously the genetics with my height. But I've built fairly decent physique. I'm still hanging on to it now. So I've done something right. I think the main thing is being consistent. You know, which I have been. Persevered. I'm a bit fussy with my eating as well. So whereas I'm limited to the amount of weight I put on because I haven't got a big appetite. I think that's helped me staying in reasonable shape. I got a lot of knowledge and that from my dad. Obviously, he was a chemist. He was fairly good, training wise as well. Started off with basics, which was shown by my dad. I never skimped on leg sessions. Every body part got worked the same. So I don't know.
That's the trick, isn't it? It's the consistency.
Yeah.
Before I forget, I wanted to ask you about these magical weight loss pills. Okay, so pills, injections even, sorry. So they've got things like Ozempic. Tell me what you think about this, because I think it does have its place. So if a client's got motivation and got habits in place, and it just get them down to a level where they feel comfortable, and then when it gets down to there, they still carry on those habits, I think it has a place. But for people who don't have a habit in place, I think it's bullshit. So what do you reckon?
Once again, same with steroids. Are people just being lazy? Are they not wanting to put the work in?
Yeah.
Health reasons. I mean, I don't know a great deal about Ozempic, or what's it, Zepatide, isn't it? Or something
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Muyana, I was thinking it's called. I think it was a GLP-2. That the Ozempic is a GLP-1, but there is a new one out now, it's retatrutide, which is, I think they call it 3G, which is far more efficient. I think people are getting great gains, losses with that. There's less side effects.
We're not promoting this, by the way. I thought we'd say.
I don't know, and I don't take this for medical advice at all, like, because it's just what I've seen, I've heard, read. But they seem to, whereas Ozempic is just like, it's an appetite suppressant. It does manage, I think it's used for medical reasons. I'm not quite sure. Is it diabetes? I don't know. But yeah, helps with blood sugar level. But the thing in the fitness, if you're weight training, you need to eat a little bit less if you want to lose weight. But at the same time, if you're using Ozempic and all it's doing is killing your appetite, I don't really think it's going to be too beneficial. Because if you're not eating, you're just going to be in a catabolic state. So you're not going to gain any muscle, but you'll definitely lose.
You definitely lose weight.
The main thing with, which I think apparently retatrutide doesn't do that. It's more target fat, I think. But certainly, if you've got somebody that's 30 stone, if you can get 10 stone off using that, because obviously with all that weight comes other health risks. So if you can get them, because I mean, you're not going to get that 30 stone person going into a gym.
What do you hope people will remember you for as a trainer, as a lifter, and as a bodybuilder?
A decent physique, something that's it's not out of everybody's reach. I don't think I'm over, I think people could reach my standard, given the time, dedication. My personally and personal training, I don't bullshit. I don't. I'm honest. I wouldn't rip anybody off if somebody came to me asking me, "Can you do this? Can you do that?" If I thought you could do it, I would send them to you. I have my own niche. I'm a fairly easygoing. I don't complicate things, and I think
this is where you should give a plug. Give a little plug about Pete's personal training.
I keep things simple. As I said, I think simplicity. I think that's my simplicity is a trademark of genius.
I like that.
Too many people these days trying to overcomplicate things, change things, when stuff like I do. I have my certain niche where I am very good at what I do, weight training. You wouldn't come to me for marathon running.
No.
So I've excelled in what knowledge I've gained from that.
And I think that's,
I think if you try to sort of like be an expert in everything, it's not going to work.
No. I admire that.
I think people, simplicity, that's everything, I think. Don't overcomplicate it, because the simpler things, the more you're going to stick to. The more complicated anything is, you're going to go off track.
And coming up to that, I think we've got to call it a day, because I think we've got people coming in, mate. But Pete, thank you very much for coming in, buddy.
It's very good. I've never done anything like this before, so
neither have I. And
I don't think it went too bad.
everybody who does watch this, Pete's Personal Training, based at what's it?
Gymporium.
Gymporium in Monkmore in Shrewsbury. Look him up, and
always got time for new clients.
That's it. Brilliant.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming in.
Cheers, Dan. Thank
Cheers,
you very
buddy.
much for that.
Thank you.
All right.